If your edges are thinning, breaking, and slowly turning into bald patches, this is the exact oil routine that helped me regrow my hair in my edges, on my crown part, because I had severe hair loss due to scalp struggles and health issues. Watch this video till the end because I'll be showing you growth as evidence of what this oil can do when you do it right and do it with patience and consistency. I lost my hair due to many causes, one of them being lack of knowledge on how to take care of my microlocs because I had not done enough research before installation of these microlocs, and so I lost hair. The other thing that caused my hair loss was scalp sensitivity. My scalp was itchy, very sensitive, and now after itching, inflammation would follow, and that would worsen my hair loss. The other thing is wrong routines, okay? Using the wrong products, not moisturizing my scalp, all that caused my hair loss. The other thing that I was dealing with was anemia. And anemia can cause severe hair loss, as I learned through experience. And the cause of anemia was the bleeding I was having because I had fibroids that later turned to having a hysterectomy. And all that is what I went through. I started following Tunisia Ali, who has Microlocs, and I learned one thing or the other about oils from her. And that is when I decided to research about oils. The other thing I learned when doing the research is that healing our scalp is the first thing when we want our hair to grow healthy. Listening to your scalp, understanding your scalp, knowing what to do when your scalp is showing signs maybe of dandruffs, inchiness, and all that. What causes thinning edges? Thinning edges are mostly caused by tight hairstyles, putting tension on our edges, overwashing our hair and scalp, hormonal changes, poor scalp health, products buildups, and excessive brushing and using of the glues that we use to fix our wigs. The other thing that I realized causes a lot of edges thinning is the way we try to style our little babies, our little hairs on our edges. The more you put pressure brushing those little babies on your hairline, that worsens the thinning because the little hairs you already have will thin because you're disturbing them, you're causing tension. The oil blend I'm talking about is onion rosemary oil, and I have a link in the description for you to watch that video because I did it step by step how to make the oil made from grated red onion, fresh rosemary leaves, and coconut oil. I used coconut oil because I love coconut oil. It is good for our hair, it is good for penetration on our hair shafts and all that. Onion, as we all know, is rich in sulfur. Onion oil also supports stronger strands of our hair. The sulfur helps with healing your scalp, okay, doing away with dandruff and the inching, and it is known to reduce inflammation on our scalp. On the other hand, rosemary supports blood circulation on our hair follicles. Rosemary also may help stimulate dead hair follicles, okay? It is compared with the tablets taken to heal alopecia. So rosemary is very effective when we are talking about healing our hair follicles, okay, reviving our dead hair follicles and all that. Rosemary also supports healthier scalp environment. When you use rosemary, your scalp stays clean, and the dandruffs do not appear. Coconut is known as a carrier oil. So when you're using essential oils like rosemary and onion oil, okay, tea tree oil, you have to mix them with a carrier oil because the concentration in these essential oils is very high, and so it can cause irritation on your scalp when you use them without diluting. That is why I prefer using coconut oil. The other oil you can use is olive oil, okay, as a carrier oil. Coconut oil penetrates very well on our hair follicles. It does not cause buildups. It does not cause lint because it does not attract lint to our hair. So even when moisturizing our hair strands and our microlocs, you can use coconut oil as a sealant. You can hydrate your locks and then apply the coconut oil because it is very safe and it does not weigh down your locks. Your locks stays in the same weight that it has. Coconut oil also help in reducing protein loss. So when you apply coconut oil, everything is sealed in. There is no loss, there is no damage that happens on your hair. It also protects fragile edges. So it is very safe, as I said earlier, to apply it on our hair strands and our locks. Coconut oil is also known as a very good moisture sealant. So when you hydrate your hair, when you apply hair moisturizers, you can follow with a light application of coconut oil and your hair will stay moisturized for a long time. When we are talking about this blend of oil, there's no oil that grows hair overnight. So consistency and scalp care matters a lot. Now, how do I apply this oil? Okay, I start with hydrating my hair. There is no day I'll ever advise you to apply oil on your hair and on your scalp without hydrating first. Now I hydrate with water, plain water, after which I apply the oil. Now, after applying the oil, I follow with the right technique, the right massage technique. And I made a video, my previous video, I talked about the right technique to apply, the right way to do scalp massage for you to see results. So you can go check it out. I'll put the link in the description. And after massaging my scalp gently, okay, I put on a shower cap. And after that, I stay out. If I have sun around, I can stay out with the shower cap on. Or if I am indoors, maybe I'm working, I can cover my head with a thick towel, and that will also help with oil penetration. If my scalp was dirty and I needed to clean my scalp, I normally shampoo my hair after application. But if I had washed my hair maybe a week before or some days before, I only apply the oil and later spray my leave-in treatment, which I use, which is Miyadi. You can apply a leave-in treatment of your choice, and that will help your hair. Okay? Now, the thing about this brand, the good thing about this brand, the moment you mix onion with rosemary, that onion smell tends to go down. So you will not feel the smell. People will not be asking you, what have you applied on your hair because of the onion smell? It subsides. And so when you follow with a leave-in treatment, now the smell goes away completely. Now in the description, I'll give you a link so that you can watch my video and learn how to apply oils on your scalp and hair the right way, the right oils to apply on your hair strands, on your scalp, the right oils that do not attract, lint and buildups. Okay, you will learn all that. You'll also learn what to do before applying oil. Okay, because we've been doing it long for a very long time. I also did it wrong, so I learned from experience, and that is exactly what I have shared with you in that video. Now, with all the edges struggles and bald patches on my hair and on my scalp, what did I stop doing to my edges and to my scalp? The first thing I stopped doing is tight styling, because that is pure damage to my edges and to my scalp. Because when you do it very tight, you'll cause inflammation, and that will be followed by losing a lot of hair, according to my experience. The other thing, I stopped overwashing my hair. I normally wash my hair after 8 weeks. Okay, that is 2 months. I don't wash my hair any less than that, unless I have used certain treatment that needs washing. But even then, I normally schedule my treatments way later, when I'm about to wash my scalp, when I'm scheduled to wash my scalp. The other thing I learned the hard way is to have a lot of patience. Okay, when I am healing my scalp and regrowing my edges, I have learned to be very patient, because without patience, you will never see results. You have to be patient and consistent, okay, with the routine. That is the other point. You have to be very consistent with the routines, because if you're not consistent, you'll never see results. The other very important thing that I stopped doing is scratching my scalp. And on this point, I am very lucky, because I learned how to heal my scalp. And so I don't deal with scratching my scalp, because scratching is uncontrollable. You can't resist to scratch your scalp. And because of the experience I went through, the struggles I went through, I have created for you a guide showing you step by step on how to heal your scalp and regrow your hair, heal your scalp. What are the lessons I learned through all these experience that I have gained with with me regrowing my edges, with me regrowing my bald patches, and the entire process of losing my hair, which is very disturbing and very uncomfortable. These are the things I learned. One is that scalp healing matters most. Okay, before you try any products, before you try any routines, make sure you understand your scalp. Make sure you understand what is happening to your scalp, what is causing those dandruffs and those buildups. Okay, what is causing the inching. When you understand all that, now healing will follow, because you'll know how to deal with your scalp. You will know what your scalp is reacting to. If you're using different products, if you're using very harsh products, then you'll know what to do and what to use on your scalp and what to avoid. The other thing I learned is that results take time. Okay, with me, I was not very patient in the beginning. And so this healing scalp and edges restoration journey, tested my patience, because I would apply the oil, let's say for a month consistently. And then after some time, I just give up, because I'm not seeing results. And later, I watched a lot of videos that, told me about consistency and being patient. And that is when I started seeing growth. And the growth happens after maybe 3 months or 2 months and a half. That is when, according to my experience, I started seeing baby hairs. And now when you see the baby hairs, the wrong thing that we do is we stop the routines that we were doing on our scalp. And what that does is that you'll never experience the strong hairs. Those are the baby hairs. That is the beginning of your restoration. So you have to be consistent. Follow up with the oiling, with the massaging, with taking care of your scalp. And now later, 6 months going forward, that is when you see strong hair on your edges and on your bald patches. Now going to a ear, you have, very thick hair. Okay, that is when you can say you have regrown your edges. It takes time, and that time and work and that determination to regrow your edges pays, because I will show you in the end of this video how my hair has regrown even in the bald patches. Let me show you the parts that I had lost hair and how my hair has turned out to be. Now, all these parts, any hair, anywhere you see short hair, I had lost hair. Okay, all this was was regrowth. It started from the scalp. Okay, you might ask, how was I surviving with all those bald patches? I was very determined, because comparing this hair with this hair, you can see the difference. So what I used to do is I used to cover my head with scarves, okay, doing some styles that will not reveal my bald patches, until my hair now regrew to this size. Okay, now I started styling my hair, and people would ask me if I had, trimmed my locks, and that would not come very well with me, because I know the struggles I had gone through. And that is when, from the questions I was asked by my clients, from the questions I was asked by people around me and relatives, that is when I gained courage to talk about this and teach you the struggles and the journey, and share with you this journey as authentic as it is, because that is what most people are not doing. They are only sharing the positive side of microlocs and natural hair and hair growth and edges, but the negative side, they very much avoid that. So here you will learn everything authentically. We don't hide anything. We talk our real journey, okay, without focusing on perfection. Okay, you can see the entire of that part, right? The other part is in my crown part. The entire of this part, I had lost hair going all these, and I even have some which I cannot trace right now. The entire of this part, I had lost hair, and as you can see, my hair has regrown. Thick. It is thick, as you can see, and on the scalp, I have a lot of hair, massive hair. I don't know if you can see this. A lot of hair has regrown. You cannot see my scalp anymore. Okay, gone were the days when my scalp was as shiny as my face. But not anymore. Okay, now when I talk to you about consistency and patience, okay, and this oil blend, that is exactly what I'm talking to you about. Now, if this video was helpful, please subscribe. Please like this video so that it can reach more people with the same problems that we've gone through, so that it can help a lot of women and men out there. And share it with anyone you know who is going through thinning edges, bald patches, losing hair, and all those struggles. You will help me a lot by doing that. Now, the next video that I'll be creating in this edges restoration series, I'll be sharing with you about 5 styles that will save your edges and protect your edges. So make sure you watch that video. It will be the next video in this series. And if you haven't met earlier, my name is Flo Ngugi. I am a natural hair educator. I am also a loctician. I do installation of microlocs and sister locks. I also teach everything scalp health, okay, regrowing our lost hair. And thank you so much for the love and support. And I don't take it for granted. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.